What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this edition of Gin and Tonic. I'm your host, John J. II, and let's get right into it. We got Jake Paul, a YouTuber, talking some shit, man. Talking some crazy shit on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. He's putting it on all platforms, calling out Conor Mcgregor. Recently, earlier this week, he called out Conor McGregor and his team and basically unfollowed everybody on Instagram except Conor McGregor's wife, which now I think he's following his son's Instagram as well, along with Conor's wife. I don't know what Jake's going for. I don't know if he's going for a publicity stunt or what he's going for, but this is a mess, man. This is turning really bad, turning really dicey really quick. He went on a video. I'll share the link in the description below, basically talking about how him and his team have formulated a $50 million deal, $50 million contract to pretty much have the fight. Now, as we all know, a couple years back, Conor had a fight with the money team, Floyd Mayweather, which, oddly enough, Logan Paul, Jake's brother, will be fighting here soon, come February. But that's somewhat irrelevant for now. Let's keep the focus on Conor McGregor. So, Jake Paul didn't only just call out Conor McGregor, he also called out Dana White, the president of the UFC, which I don't know why you would do that. I really don't know what Dana White has to do with any of this. Jake's claiming that he's scared to sign the contract. Conor's scared to sign the contract. It's an entire mess. There's a lot of shit talk going on. We all know Conor McGregor. He's a world champion MMA fighter. This can only end badly for Jake Paul. I'm not hopeful that Jake Paul will come out victorious in this contest if it ever happens. And even if it's boxing, not MMA, which is Conor McGregor's MO, which is his repertoire, I don't see it ending good for Jake Paul in any way, shape, or form. No way, no how. Doesn't matter how you write it, doesn't matter how you splice it, it's only going to end badly for Jake Paul. And I'm not too hopeful that Logan Paul is going to beat Mayweather either. So there's a lot of bullshit going on, a lot of shit talk going on. Now, both these gentlemen, both Logan and Jake Paul, are both quite relevant YouTubers. They pretty much claimed their fame on YouTube, Vine, other networks, other social media networks, platforms. And they've made quite a name for themselves, doing what they do, vlogging, making other kinds of videos where they're bullshitting, doing whatever they're doing. Stay in your lane. Stay doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Now, these guys are trying to explore different markets, which is great. I give them credit for that. Go about it in a way that makes you look good at the end of the day. Now, I don't like to get too deep into these kinds of things just because what happens on social media doesn't always stay on social media, but I think it should still be addressed. So, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, both these guys are representing the Paul name, right? So there's got to be a Mr. Paul and a Mrs. Paul somewhere. You're representing your family. You're representing everything that you've came from, relatives. It's your family name. So try at all costs to preserve that family name, no matter what it takes. I know that's what my parents always told me to do. Whatever I do is a reflection on them and how they raised me and whatnot. I know that's a little bit deep for the conversation and for the matter at hand, but just something to keep in mind. I know a lot of people nowadays get on social media. They kind of think erratically, think they can do whatever they want, think they're invincible, whatever it may be. All I'm saying is ground yourself for a moment, because what goes around comes around, and most times, more times than not, nothing good comes from shit talk. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you guys for tuning in this edition of Gin and Tonic. I'm John J. II with Gin Promotions. Have a great night.